We're so back.
We're so back.
Yep. We're
Life
so
happened, but
back.
we're so back
Yep.
to be so gone again. But
Yeah.
as of now, we are so back. We are quite back.
Oh, yeah.
So life has occurred, but that's okay.
Life be life,
Life be life.
but life be life.
Life be life. Okay,
Yeah.
Sarah.
Yes.
God save my car, que Sarah. I'm spelling candles on cam. Anyway, if you're new here, my name is Kaylee.
My name's Logan.
And we don't know what we're doing. And if you don't know what you're doing either, you're in the right place, y'all.
Yep.
Solidarity.
Class
So
solidarity?
think class traitor. More on that later.
Yep. Mhm.
Oh goodness, life has happened since we've last met.
Yep. It's been, what, about a month now?
About a month. Even the best laid plans sometimes go awry, and that's
Yep.
fine.
Yep.
But and
We
I'm
were
adjusting
gonna
even as we're talking.
we were gonna have the season finale in November. It's December
Now
now.
it's December. Now it's the big Christmas jamboree.
Yep.
But so a lot of life happens
hmm
between November and December.
Just a little
Both
bit.
like expected typical life things
hmm
and then also not expected atypical life things. Um like every year you can rely on the Spotify Wrapped, or if you're an Apple Music enjoyer like me, the replay. Um, that's an expected,
hmm
typical, fun thing to look forward to.
Typically fun.
Um, this year it was not typically fun.
Yeah.
Sorry for y'all Spotify enjoyers, but
We're on Spotify right
couldn't be
now.
me. Could it be me? Oh. I mean, it is me when I listen to my podcast on Spotify.
Yeah. You can
TM.
listen to us right now on Spotify.
um, but before, just an example, we have typical,
hmm
atypical, and
Yeah.
we'll more on that later. Um, every we'll just get right to it.
Every
Every
4
4 years,
years, there's
the
something typical that happens.
yeah, there's a presidential election,
Yep.
and honestly, I don't know if anybody really like. I don't want to say predicted the out like. No matter what happened,
hmm
people were gonna be shook.
Yeah.
And I think that was what was really unprecedented about this cycle, especially because I feel
hmm
like past years you've kind of been able to like gauge who may or may not win at any given point in time.
Yeah.
Um, this year you could not.
hmm
Up until the end, you could not.
Yeah.
And I think, at least in my experience, up until the end means until about 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on the 7th.
Yep. Or the
And
5th.
for the 5th, I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
My brain also always says the 4th, but I
That's
have to.
July.
It's July 4th, but
Yeah.
I think the first election I could have voted in was November 4th. So that's why I'm always like, oh,
Mm.
every first Tuesday of the month just happens to be November 4th. And that is not true.
No.
But yeah, like 10 o'clock rolled around. Everyone in every group chat I'm in is freaking out for one reason or another.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just going to turn my phone off and go take a bath.
I was on a work trip in Tulsa,
Yeah,
Oklahoma.
I haven't. But how was that?
It was fun. It
Good.
was fun.
Did you do, like, an election watch party in Tulsa?
Um, so we had, like, some event stuff that happened during that evening, and then afterwards, a group of us were, like, really hungry still. So we wandered around Tulsa, Oklahoma at night because we need food. Everything was
Because
closed.
free will. Okay,
Everything was closed. And this was like, I don't know, maybe
crazy.
6 o'clock or so ish.
That surprises
No,
me,
no, not
truthfully.
6 o'clock. Probably more like 8 o'clock. Yeah. And the only places that were open were like bars and stuff. Like we could get some bar food or something.
I'm not doing it, he's just gonna keep doing this all night. Come on,
Yeah.
Chase. Come on,
And
Chase. Come on the
there was
oh,
one that we walked into and they were having an election watch party. And we are just like,
mhm.
we're in the wrong place.
We should not be here.
We probably shouldn't be here. And so we went back to our hotel and they've got like a higher end restaurant in the hotel. So we got food
Okay.
there, which the food that we had there was real good. It was
Yeah,
real good.
hotel restaurants are pretty reliable.
hmm And we were just looking at election results and stuff. He's like, well then.
Uh, shoot. Excuse me. Yeah, I went to Springfield, Illinois about 2 weeks after the election, and this was also after and we'll talk about cabinet picks
hmm
later. Um, after RFK was picked and for a Department of Public Health, and this man, and everybody is, like, already freaking out about that because
hmm
everyone in public health is a Democrat and hates Trump.
Yep.
Oh, he's on my keyboard now.
Oh no, our notes.
Oh, no.
I can fix this.
Oh, God. Oh, this has been
I
a
can't fix this.
colossal Oh, this is why we need to screen share the podcast. Chase, how could you?
Oh boy.
Oh, he's doing it again. Oh, he's doing it again. Chase, bro.
For those of us that are audio
If you're
only,
listening, my cat is being a menace. Okay, go on the ground, Chase. We tried to play nice. You could not. Oh, good heavens.
where our notes go.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Here we go.
There we go. All
Oh,
right.
panic. That was wow.
Yep.
My cat killed the podcast. Oh, he's coming back for
Oh
more.
no.
Chase, please. Chase, please. Oh, oh man.
Oh,
Oh boy.
oh.
Um, I'm gonna do a preliminary, just taking a picture of the notes and
Yeah.
Xing out of it in case he does that again.
I'm just
But
gonna
anyway,
pull up the notes on my phone.
okay,
All
here
right.
we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're
Yep.
cooking.
All
So
right.
yeah, everybody in public health hates Trump,
Mhm.
and everybody was like literally like crying at this public health conference over the election. Everyone's freaking out still. Um, and then during one of the keynote speakers, news dropped that Trump nominated Dr. Oz for the
Yep.
Department of Aging and
Yep.
Medicare, whatever. And he stops his speech, announces it, and then someone in the back of the room screams. Like dog, animals. But yeah, someone just like literally screams. And I'm like, oh my God, what is going to happen? Am I gonna have a job in 4 years? I don't know,
I don't
but
know, man. It's
we'll
like
see.
Dr. Oz.
I I am honestly surprised he hasn't nominated the My Pillow guy for anything
I
yet.
know, right?
And,
But,
like,
like,
maybe when it comes to, like, Department of Small Business that Linda McMahon used to be,
yeah, maybe.
maybe that,
I could see that.
but
But Dr. Oz, he's like I will put him one step above Dr. Phil in terms of, like, actually being a doctor.
yeah,
Because like,
yeah.
Dr. Phil no longer has a doctorate. Like,
And
he had
no,
it at one point, I thought.
his he still has the degree, but he let his
Mhm.
license
Yeah.
lapse when he was on the show
Yeah.
because they already had the copyright for the Dr. Phil marketing
Yeah.
things.
It's like, why
And
bother?
he was like, "Well, I'm out of practice."
Yeah.
But and, like, I feel like in Dr. Phil's case too, you don't go on Dr. Phil for, like, actual sound
No.
psychological advice.
You go
You
on there to
don't.
get paid.
You go on there, yeah, it's become like Jerry Springer,
Yeah.
but rest in peace, Jerry.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, and it's just like, I do understand how it may create a dire situation
Mhm.
for certain groups of people, and I feel like I am, like, 1 foot in that group, 1 foot out of that group, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what intersectionality is, like, I'm
Mhm.
recognizing my privilege and also, like, I am a traumatized individual, and if you look on the wheel of privilege, there's, like which is a fun public health thing, is
Yeah.
and I don't really agree with the wheel of privilege anyway, but, like, the whole point is that you can identify with many points on the wheel, some points being privileged and some points being disprivileged, and that is your identity, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, allyship is gonna be so important,
Mhm.
and I feel like most of the incumbent congressmen, which most people vote for anyway because they don't know who else to vote for,
Mhm. Yeah, like,
um
I swear, people that are, like, I'd say, like, over 60 or so, maybe a little bit over
yeah,
60 even, um, but definitely much above 60. A lot of them don't know the new candidates,
yeah,
and so they see incumbent, and they just vote for that.
yeah. They're like, "Oh, this guy got elected before, I'm just gonna vote
Yeah.
for that again."
Like, it happens very often in church elections, I know that,
Yes, yeah.
but it's in my opinion, it's something that can very easily lead to corruption if more people end up doing that and just seeing incumbent and voting
Mhm.
for them, which is why it's important to do research on elections and everything.
Yeah, and so to kind of related but not related, uh, the I work for a county health department,
Mhm.
which is regulated by a board of health, which
Yep.
is regulated by our county board.
Mhm.
And our county board is like public elections, like
Yep.
you elect your representative from your district. And then one of those representatives gets appointed to the board of health
Mhm.
as a liaison between the two. Um, our board of health just voted to abolish term limits for its members and the president. So, our current president also happens to be the county board liaison, which is not supposed to happen, but it did anyway. Um, and now he just finished his second term. Typically, he would be on his way out, but because they voted to abolish term limits, he's here forever,
I smell
in
something
theory.
fishy.
I smell something fishy. Something's gonna go down.
Mhm.
Um,
Someone's taking
and
some bribes.
someone is there is something happening with our board of health and our leadership, and I don't really know what, so I'm
Yeah.
just kind of
I mean,
back.
part of me is also not surprised because One,
Yeah,
Illinois, kinda known for
yeah.
corruption, just a little bit.
Kankakee, Illinois, specifically.
Yep.
Governor Small, hello.
Mhm. I'm so glad I'm not
Governor
in Illinois
Small's son,
anymore, though.
hello. Well, it's a step up from Ohio, but not that
Yeah.
far, not
No,
that big of a step.
no. It's like
Um,
Governor Pritzker,
no.
that that's all you need.
That's all you need to
That's all
know.
you need to know. Just when's he getting voted
And
out?
then oh, let me let me Google that real quick. Let me wait for Chrome to boot up because I don't know why it's taking this long for Chrome, but okay. JB Pritzker.
Because I feel like he was elected fairly recently. Was it 22 when he was reelected?
So it's been serving as governor since
Mhm.
2019.
But he got reelected. Would have
Yes.
been when, though?
2026.
Good luck.
That is such a long time away.
That's
That's such a long time.
yeah, because
Well,
they
I guess about a
serve,
year, but
what, 4 years, I think, in Illinois for governor.
yeah.
So, yeah, have
Well,
fun with
that's
that.
great. Thanks. But he hasn't decided if he's running for a third. Apparently, he can run for a third term, and I don't
That's
know if there's
stupid.
term limits or not.
I don't There should be in Illinois. There needs to be.
There is no limit on the number of terms a governor may serve.
Cool. Love that.
Ohio's is 2 consecutive,
Mhm.
but after 2 successive, consecutive, whatever,
Yeah.
they can go back. So, like, 2 terms, break, another term, another 2, in theory, but the governor of Ohio is old as dirt. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, Logan's dad. Um, so he probably won't run again, and I think his term ends in 27. So
Mhm.
it's like a year or 2 off from Illinois.
Yeah. Kansas limit a governor could not serve more than 2 terms in a row.
Mhm.
I think ours will also be 2026.
Real.
Yep.
On a personal note, I just left my family group chat because they're all being
Oh.
buttholes. So we'll see how long that lasts and when I
Oh.
get put back in, but they fight with each other in the group chat that I'm in. I'm a state and a half away.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all DMs exist for that.
Yeah.
Y'all live at the same y'all live at the same house now. Like, leave me out of it.
I don't
Anyway,
know.
back to the
Back to the
oh,
election.
back to the election. The who, what, when, where, why, how,
Huh?
why God. Huh? Um I think it's interesting what made people vote.
Mhm.
Like, for me, I voted so I would still have rights and not be forced into a fascist regime. But and that's being dramatic. That's being
Yeah.
so dramatic. But you get the point. Some people like genuinely thought like 10 times that was gonna happen.
Yeah. Which
Um
is not
genuinely I think
like
the next 4 years are gonna be incompetent slop of nothing, and then
Yeah.
it's just gonna be a total reset.
Yeah. Which we
But
kinda need a reset,
we
honestly.
do. I think we need the flop era,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna have the total recall, but,
Yeah.
um sorry,
Yeah.
flashbacks, but, like, watching, like, coverage was also very interesting
Mhm.
because every station you freaking watched was, like, Kamala
Mhm.
center like, they didn't
Yeah.
say it, they did not say anything, but you could tell.
Mhm. Unless you
You
watch
could
Fox
tell.
News,
Yeah,
'cause
Fox just says anything they want, they don't give a crap anymore.
the glazing was insane.
Yeah. Honestly, more power to them,
Yeah.
like, pop off, Fox, but
Yeah.
I think that is what bold journalism
Yeah.
is. Take
But
a stand. Go crazy, but
it's
yeah,
very
like
interesting as well, 'cause, like, they were showing all the polls and everything leading up to the election, and they like, all of them had Kamala winning.
yeah,
All of them.
every poll.
Yeah. The
And it was the
only
biggest gap between
Yeah.
popular vote and, like, 5
Mhm.
elections,
Yeah.
which is crazy, but
Yeah. And the
sorry.
only, like, voting metric that Trump was winning in was, like, the, freaking gambling stuff. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I missed that parlay.
Yeah. It's like,
Joking.
I wonder if polls would be more accurate if people are actually putting their money where their mouth is.
Yeah.
Because
True,
like,
true.
a lot of polls like, I've never been polled before,
Mhm. I haven't either.
and a lot of them, I think, often go to, like, house phones, something that not many people have anymore,
Yeah.
or a lot of people just, like, don't answer it, or they just straight up lie and
Mhm.
stuff. I don't think it's accurate anymore to what the American population is, and
Yeah.
young people, if we get a call from a number we don't recognize, or if it's not
I'm not
near
answering
our area
it.
code or anything, we're not
No.
answering.
I'm
Like,
assuming it's a human trafficker and I am blocking the number,
yeah.
like
Like, I just assume it's just a random spam extended car warranty call. It's like,
Mhm.
you have to reach in order to poll the population, you have to reach the population where it's at.
Yep. And I think that means well, what does that mean? I mean,
I don't know.
obviously, we've reached the target population of people who gamble, right?
Yeah.
Because that was the only accurate poll ever.
Yeah.
And I feel like even if you went to, like I think I think the idea now that more like, going into this election, there was a preconceived notion that most college-educated people
Mhm.
were blue-leaning.
Yes.
Sorry, my other cat's being silly. She's walking around with a mouse in her mouth, and I thought it was a real mouse, and I freaked out, but it's just a fake one, we're good. But she's making noises, so I don't know if y'all will hear that. But I don't think that's true anymore.
No.
No.
'Cause
I don't know if it was ever true, but that was the preconceived notion
Mhm.
going into this election,
Yeah.
and I believed it
Mhm.
because it happened to me, like, I got liberalized at my Christian university, but, um, especially, like, young college-aged men,
Mhm. Yeah. A lot of
'cause that's what we saw.
college age men, like, near my age and stuff, are very conservative now. Like, complete 180 from, honestly, what it was a few years ago even.
Mhm. And I wonder why that is.
Hmm. Maybe it's because men were, I don't know, blamed for every single problem in the entire world for, like, the past 4
I
years or something.
was literally about to say the
Yeah.
opposite, like well, not the opposite, but
But,
I feel
like
like the root of the political divide is like the cause of it is sexism,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And it goes both ways.
Mhm.
Like I get it. I hate men. I have said that. So I own up to
Yeah.
it. I'm joking.
Like, a lot
But
of men, real bad people,
yeah. Oh yeah.
but there
A
are
lot of
good
women
men out
also
there.
real bad people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It turns
So
out
like
COVID made everyone suck.
nobody is a good person
Yeah.
anymore. Just go in assuming that
Yeah.
bam, Logan solved sexism.
Wow.
Wow. But yeah, I mean that's true. Like nobody's a
Yeah.
good person anymore.
Yeah. And, like, seeing like, being online and stuff, like, I've seen a lot of discourse around gender issues and everything,
Mhm.
and a lot of especially Democrat, like, I wouldn't say, like, excuses, but, like, kind of where they
Like
put a lot of
this
the blame for
you can
issues.
say sound bites. I think
Yeah.
sound bite would be a
Mhm.
good thing here.
Yeah. Well, like, a lot of where they place the blame and everything is on the white straight men of the world
Mhm.
having caused all these problems in the history and everything, when yes, history is important and everything, and it has led us to today, but it's still your decision every day to make your day.
Yeah.
It's like you can't really do that. It doesn't work that way.
And I think too there's a fear of like self-fulfilling prophecies and like
Mhm.
kind of maybe going at it from a more sociological standpoint, like most behavior is learned behavior. So,
Mhm.
um like we mimic I'm not even just going to say kids mimic their parents. Like
Yeah.
we mimic what we see.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Humans mimic what they see,
Yeah.
right?
We monkeys and we mimic the other
We monkeys.
monkeys. Yeah.
Leave humanity, return to monkey. Like
Mhm.
so it's like it's on all of us to adopt these self-fulfilling prophecies and be
Yeah.
convinced that everything we do is sabotaged because somebody else is going to sabotage it for us
Yeah.
when that thought inherently sabotages itself. But
Maybe we don't blame
boom,
people for our own problems.
we own up to the shit we do, things we do. I've had a sucky ass day. I'm just gonna be so honest with y'all, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Um,
But, like, I'm definitely not surprised by the young male demographic shifting towards the right significantly.
yeah, yeah,
But that also
and
doesn't mean that they can really be ultra right and kinda try to take authority by force and everything.
mhm,
'Cause, like, a lot of things in America, like, we need actual discourse in conversations with people, like,
yeah,
I think we just get so wrapped up in our own feelings and emotions and everything now, as well as, like, that online wall,
mhm,
that we don't actually listen to other people anymore, like, try to understand where they're
mm,
coming from and stuff like that.
mhm. And, like, what you're talking about historically is, like, traditional liberalism, like,
Mhm.
liberal, when it was first, like, conceived in the French Revolution,
Yes.
meant that. It meant just an emphasis on human thoughts and
Mhm.
emotions and,
Yeah,
like,
because the kings weren't
um
doing that.
no, no. And now liberal means blue hair pronouns, and I'm
Yeah.
very interested about how that happened, and, like, that's the very like, liberalism is the core of the American Republic when it was
Yeah.
founded.
Oh, yeah.
Still is, you
Mhm.
know? Um, but I do feel like a lot of I said this before today, a lot of the political divide is based in gender issues and
Mhm.
unwillingness to understand both sides and
Yeah.
both experiences, because
Mhm.
as much as I hate to say this, like, it shows you how much I hate men, I'm joking. But, like, as much as men have been traditionally a danger to women, it goes the same way.
Mhm.
And like I'm trying to say this and accept this truth, and I cannot. Um, but like, ugh, it, nothing is ever going to be equitable until we solve sexism, I
Mhm.
think.
Yeah. Yeah, until we can actually, like, sit down with each other, like, talk about our differences and stuff like that in a civil way,
Yeah.
then we're not gonna make any progress.
Yeah. And then, like, we're two white people too, so we can't like
Yeah.
adequately speak on this, but like
Mhm.
the systemic roots of racism cannot be ignored, and I have privilege
No.
where others do not.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, I absolutely have privilege.
yeah. But how do we adequately face that as white people, you
Yeah.
know? Like, I don't know. But
It's like,
I feel like too, some people did not if Kamala was a white woman, I feel like she would have had an easier go.
maybe, but we also had Hillary Clinton lose to Trump, so
Hillary had the emails, so I don't
that
know.
is true. She also said Pokemon go to the polls, so
Yeah, she kinda did that to
yeah.
herself. Oh, no, but this time we got the coconut tree.
Yeah.
See? Self-fulfilling prophecy. It just happened again. I
Yeah.
take back what I said. Women are just doomed.
Unfortunate.
We will never have a woman president.
But honestly, like, I feel like if Democrats had actually, like, put in any other candidate, almost any other candidate,
Anytime earlier too.
yes, like, actually maybe
Oh god.
before the primaries, perhaps,
Yeah.
then they could
And,
have had,
like,
like,
it's
a genuine chance to win.
yeah. I think truly Kamala won the debate,
Yeah.
and it kind of that alone should have secured it for her, and that
Mhm.
makes me mad.
But at the same
But,
time, I think it was the things that she did outside of the debate that cost it for her.
like, the coconut tree.
That and also not really doing very well in interviews, being
Yeah.
avoidant on issues and things that she would do and how she would
I think she
differentiate.
avoided yeah, she
Mhm,
avoided the media outlets and
mhm,
interviewers that would be critical of her.
yeah, but I think as a political candidate, you need to address those media outlets, like, you should be getting as much press as you can,
Yeah.
even if it's, like,
Bad
for
press, apparently.
like, if you're a Democrat running for president, you should be on Fox News as well as CNN.
Mhm.
Like, that's just how it needs to be.
That's just how yeah.
'Cause, like, if you're only going on CNN and you're only going on Democrat-heavy places of
Mhm.
media, you're not gonna reach the demographic that you need to pull over to your
No.
side.
I feel like the major well, I don't know if it's even, like if you can even say if the majority of Americans are Republican or Democrat, because I don't know how else you would go based off the popular vote, and the popular vote is just super skewed.
Mhm. I think America is a three-way split. I think there's a 3rd Democrat, 3rd
Mm.
Republican, 3rd moderate, middle, whatever.
But then where do the moderates vote when if they're not voting independent?
A lot of moderates lean one side or the other typically,
Yeah,
and so they'll typically be leaning more towards those media outlets, but they're also looking at the whole thing more often.
yeah. And, like, NPR and things like
Mhm.
outlets that aren't as
Biased.
spoon-feedy.
Yeah.
Biased also, yeah, yeah. But do you think it would be a wise idea for the Democrats to run Kamala again, or
No.
do they need to let that ship sail?
They need to let her retire from politics.
Let her retire. Well, she's
Like,
at retirement age, let her go.
yeah. Um, there are a few candidates that I think really could have had a good chance. Like, if they had an actual primary and didn't just push Biden through the primary,
Yeah.
um, there's people like, I think it's Tulsi Gabbard. I think that's no, that I think that's the,
She's
Republican woman. Yeah.
Republican. Yeah, I
Never
was like,
mind.
she was
Never mind
just she
her.
was just nominated for something in the cabinet, I think.
Yeah.
I saw that at the
Yeah.
gym.
Yeah. But, like, RFK Jr., he was probably one of the next largest candidates during, like, the actual election and stuff.
Mhm.
Like, he could have potentially gotten more support if he was actually tied to the Democrat Party. Um, or even some people that ran in the last election could have done better.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know how many people would have ended up voting for, like, Buttigieg or not, because I don't think he would do very well on the right wing just because of his own personal life. Yeah.
But so is JD Vance, so you heard it here first.
Um, even Bernie Sanders,
Oh,
which
dude,
if Bernie Sanders
no.
was in, I wouldn't have voted for him because he's too
He
old.
has broken my heart so many
Mhm.
times, dude. His ship has sailed.
Yeah.
It's over for him.
Yeah.
We're done.
Mhm.
But I get what he has the value to his name,
Yeah.
obviously.
Or even, like, there's some Democrat governors that people had thought would be good for, like, vice president, like Tim Walz,
Yeah.
potentially. I think he could have had a good shot. Um,
The
there's
governor of Michigan.
yeah, the governor of
Forget her name.
California,
Mm,
Pritzker.
boo.
No, but
Something I thought was interesting was so the Ohio Senate race has been Sherrod Brown, who's a
mhm,
Democrat, Labor Party, versus Bernie Moreno.
yeah,
Sorry, forgot his name.
not Sanders.
Um, no, Moreno. And it has been them for like three different elections.
Yeah.
Sherrod Brown beat him every year except for this one. And I think that is so telling for the
Mhm.
future of politics in America.
Yes. Yeah, we should get into some of the other stuff besides president because
Yeah.
president, I think, was gonna be Trump pretty much from the get-go,
Yeah.
unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on however you think if you're listening. But, um, because, like, America needs, like, a strong leader right now, especially on the world stage.
Mhm.
Because yeah,
We need some
yeah,
representation.
yeah.
I don't know if Trump is gonna be that good world leader
I don't know,
though.
but more confident in him than someone that just says, "Don't come." Like,
I
come on.
feel like no actual diplomacy is gonna happen, and he's gonna go to the UN meetings, and then afterward he's gonna like invite everybody to go to some weird underground strip club
I don't know.
by the embassy. You know what I mean? Like
No.
he's not there to be a diplomat. He is there to do other things.
Yeah, we'll see though. Um,
I
but
have no faith.
but a lot more people voted red for president. However, for a lot of, like, policy issues that were on the ballots, a lot
Yeah.
of them were blue leaning.
Excuse me.
So I think there were,
That was a hiccup.
like, 7 states or something that had abortion issues on them. I think 5 out of
Mhm.
the 7 of them passed abortion protection, and the only ones that did not have that pass required a two-thirds vote. which is a
Super
lot.
majority.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, the vote was over 50%.
Mhm.
So I think it's very telling that Americans want someone that's a bit stronger of a leader, but we're wanting more liberal policies.
Yeah. We want the individual
Mhm.
self-determination,
Yeah.
what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Nobody wants the government telling them what to do.
Mhm. Yeah.
But
You're telling me I can't go out and shoot up a CEO?
murder is still illegal,
What
unfortunately.
murder?
What
What
murder?
murder?
Free my man Luigi. He did nothing wrong. Oh
Oh,
man, that is. I don't think it's him.
no. That
I don't think
or
it's him.
maybe he's just one of many people on the whole
Or
thing
maybe he just
because
shaved his eyebrows right before and then let them grow out.
you can't play Monopoly by yourself.
No, can't play flag football by yourself.
But the whole thing is crazy.
Mhm.
And rip that
I
McDonald's
was at
employee.
rip. Oh my god, class warf. He class traitor. Mance does not
Yep.
deserve the reward. Thank God for bureaucracy.
Yeah, so if you haven't heard somehow, in New York, there's a lot of big businesses and CEOs and stuff. And there just so happened to be the CEO of United Healthcare, very large insurance organization, very large, very well known for denying claims. Relevant.
Relevant. Remember that.
Yes. And so, randomly, on a Wednesday in the morning at 7 o'clock, this dude walks up behind him, points a gun with a silencer at him. Oh no, gun jams. The CEO's gonna get away. Guy fixes the gun jam, shoots
I
the
didn't know the
CEO
gun
dead.
jammed.
Yeah, the gun jammed
Oh
and he fixed
boy.
it.
Oh boy. Speaking of shooting CEOs, he's back. Come on, Chase. Come on. Don't flash the camera, dude. Come on. Okay, he's settling
Okay.
in on the lap. Okay, good.
But obviously, like, feel bad for the family and everything like that. Because it is still a tragedy. Just want to put that out first. However, being anti corporate,
Maybe he's on something.
American problems require American solutions, you know?
Boom. Boom.
Healthcare costs
You
too
want less
high,
CEOs to die?
gun.
Yeah. If you don't want CEOs to die, I don't know. Pass gun
Yeah.
laws.
Yeah. I do think that the whole thing is important because I feel like a lot of CEOs lately have been feeling untouchable,
Mhm.
that a lot of their actions don't come back to them. They don't have consequences for the decisions that they ultimately make for their companies.
Mhm.
Even if it's not them directly making the choices for the company, they still have an ultimate final say in every decision made.
Yep.
That's how a company works.
That's how leadership echelons work.
Yep. And I do feel like it is important for them to know guns.
Guns. Guns are real.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
America has more guns than citizens.
Why? Why? Why?
Yeah.
Why? That's crazy. You know, like if every if every kangaroo attacked the United States, how many kangaroos would one person have to fend off? You know that question, whatever.
Is it like a quarter of a kangaroo or something?
I don't know, let me look it up real quick.
But
If
on with
every
while you do that, on with the story of Mr. Luigi.
yeah,
So, he flees the scene. He ends up dropping a backpack in Central Park. Backpack was filled with Monopoly money.
I did not know that.
Yeah. And so he fled. The New York police was glazing him. They're like, "This guy's good. This guy's real good. We don't know who he is, but he's real good. We're
We
gonna
don't
find
know
him
who
though."
it is.
And then he ended up making his way over to Pennsylvania, I believe, where apparently a few people in the McDonald's were joking that this guy looked like the shooter. And so and apparently the guy actually was the shooter and he had like the gun and silencer and stuff on him,
Damn.
which doesn't make sense, as well as a lot of extra cash, which doesn't make sense. And so a McDonald's worker called 911 to report the tip, leading to his arrest. And because the McDonald's worker didn't call the tip line, they're not getting the reward money
Boo, class traitor.
and they've been doxxed and they'll probably get fired. And
Okay, that's crazy.
that McDonald's now has a 1 star on Google.
Okay, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
I did not know.
And it's also really interesting because a lot of major news outlets have been covering this story, obviously.
Yeah.
And there was a CNN TikTok about the whole thing. And like, they're very much feeling sympathetic for the CEO and everything. The comments. I'm sorry, but my sympathies are out of network. Yeah.
Holy sh
Yeah. Like, if that
that is
doesn't
kind of
show how big of an issue that the class dynamics are becoming in America,
mhm.
I think if there's any civil war or anything, it's gonna be a class issue,
Yeah,
much like the French Revolution.
they're gonna bring back the guillotine for for Elon Musk.
But the whole thing is very interesting because of that class dynamic and how in America we've kind of in the past idolized a lot of elites,
Mhm.
and it's because they've provided resources and services for the regular public population.
Yeah.
And now they price gouge us, keeping a dozen eggs at $5.
Yeah.
And I think a lot
All
of
I'm gonna
people
say yeah.
might be starting to realize that these companies are making too much money.
Mhm.
Because in what world should you be reporting multi-billion dollar profits every year while your people are struggling to eat every night?
Yep.
The people employed at your company too.
Mhm. Yeah, now I think about that all the time at my place of work,
Mhm.
like, these people are getting second, third jobs,
Yeah,
donating plasma. Why are we not paying them enough?
yeah. Like, I'm lucky I'm at
Why
a job that, like, I
yeah.
enjoy and I feel like I get paid enough.
Mhm.
But I know there's other people that are out in the world and even in the local area that are struggling.
Mhm. And, like, I don't know, I feel like blaming it on local I work for the county, I work
Yeah.
in state government.
Mhm.
Blaming it on the county or the government is a cop out
Yeah.
because, like, you have the right to go to the county
Mhm.
and represent your staff and be like, hey, you need to allot us more money to pay our staff.
Mhm. And the libertarian response to that would be to eliminate the entire department and replace it with a private equity company or something, because they could run it for a lot cheaper. Yeah, but
Please
by
don't
being
replace my
cheaper,
job.
you're paying the workers less. You're not gonna
Mhm.
be able to provide as much resources to the people. Like, government is supposed to be providing a service. It's not
Yeah.
supposed to be cheap,
We
but it
know
should
that
still
by the national
yeah,
debt.
it should still manage money properly though,
Yeah,
but government's not
they
supposed to
do
be
not.
cheap,
No.
but
That's why we
it
have
shouldn't be expensive
taxes.
either.
No. No.
But companies should
Well,
not be in charge of, like, the farmland that are owned by local
mm-mm.
farmers.
Eminent domain.
Yeah,
Eminent domain should not exist.
mhm, because companies will find every single way possible to squeeze as much money out of you as they can.
Mhm.
We saw that during COVID. The amount of interest that rose, part
Yeah.
of it was because the government was printing a lot of money, but it was because we needed to, because a lot of people were out of work.
Mhm.
They need money and stuff,
Mm.
which government didn't provide much,
No.
but still, it's important for people to be able to pay for services and goods and everything to keep the economy going. But at the same time, these companies were taking advantage of that, like by raising the price of everything that was deemed essential,
Mhm.
completely throwing supply and demand out the window.
True. Oh my god.
Yep. We I believe that we have moved into a post
Yeah.
supply and demand society.
I don't know what that means, but pop off, kid. I'm not the econ person. Like I have
Yeah.
money is so abstract to
Mhm.
me. Like I got my budget. I manage my
Yeah.
budget.
Yeah, like
I don't understand why we can't just like this is stupid. I can't understand why we can't. I don't understand why when we print more money,
mhm.
it becomes less valuable. I don't get that.
I mean, if let's say you have 20 apples,
Okay.
each apple is worth $1, let's say that, and then you get 100 apples, you still have each apple worth $1. Now let's say you have
Then you have
1,000 apples,
120 apples.
now you have
And then you have
1,000
1,000
apples,
Okay, 1,000 apples.
and a local person just wants 1 apple.
Okay.
They'd pay $1 for that apple, but they know that you have 1,000 of them. So are they going to want to pay $1 for that apple if you know you have a lot more?
Yes, because that's how much the apple costs.
Yeah,
I don't get
yeah.
it.
Like, it makes no sense to me either.
I don't get it.
Like, I'm not smart enough to understand how printing money works,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I just know that we probably should have stayed on the gold standard.
Probably.
Yeah. But,
I
um,
just like, I
where
don't know.
was I? I was at the we're at post supply demand society.
Yes. Yes.
So, right now, it almost feels like there's almost endless supply of things.
Mhm.
Demand still
Yeah,
changes for
I
things, but honestly, demand is always high as well. Like, supply and demand are always high at this point in society,
mhm.
and so the companies there's no more, like, supply demand charts really to engage on how much they can sell things for, so raise as much as we can.
Mm,
Like, that's what it feels like to me, at least. I could
yeah.
just be blowing hot air right now, but
No, I think it's sound. You s It seems pretty, like it makes sense.
mhm. Like, at least, like, that's kind of the direction I'm seeing us going towards in society as well, where we
Mhm.
just don't really have that supply demand basic principle of economy anymore. Like, it's just what
Yeah.
the companies set as the price, and that's what you'll pay.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
That's making some sense.
Yeah. Unless we regulate.
Oh, boy. Unless we get rid of the free market.
Like, I think the free market is important for competition between companies. However, a
Yeah.
truly free market will always lead to a monopoly,
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
always.
Always.
And that's where regulations come in to keep the market free. Because when it's a
Mhm.
monopoly, the market's no longer free.
Mhm. We need the trust busters.
Yeah.
We need Chase to come trust bust.
Yeah.
I say that feeling like Mr. Burns with the cat on his lap. But
Like, let's take Disney for example. They
okay.
own a lot of
Mhm.
stuff.
They do.
Should they own that much stuff though? Is the
Probably
question.
not. Yeah. But
Cuz
doesn't Disney own Fox now,
yeah,
right?
Disney owns
Yeah.
Fox. Disney also owns CBS, I think.
Oh, when did that
Or
happen?
no, ABC. They own ABC.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, they own that. They own Marvel, they own Star Wars. They have their own IP stuff that was theirs originally.
Hmm.
Like, maybe they're growing a bit too big.
Maybe they shouldn't own everything.
Yeah. Cuz like a person working for Fox News, let's say, they would
Mhm.
technically be paid by Disney.
Yeah.
Then why should someone on ABC also be paid by Disney if those are two separate entities? They should be able to be
Mm,
their own separate entities. They shouldn't have to be under the Disney umbrella.
but they are because Disney owns them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But Disney shouldn't own them.
Mhm. Mhm. 'Cause, like, there are some good things that I think Disney has done for entertainment, obviously,
Okay.
um,
Yeah.
but at the same time, if other companies have access to a lot of the things and companies that Disney has bought up, what other
Mhm.
things could have been made? What other
Yeah.
advances in entertainment technology could we have seen? Because, like, yes, Disney is very impressive with the technology and things that they're able to make,
Mhm.
but it's also limiting a little bit on what other companies could make. Because now Disney's gotten so big that they have almost endless resources.
True.
Well, we've got freaking Warner Brothers over here struggling, which
I wonder.
is part of their own
Yeah,
undoing.
yeah, it's true. I wonder if the Tyson Paul fight was on Disney Plus,
No,
how much smoother it would have been.
I don't know. Because, like, Disney also owns Hulu, which does live TV stuff.
Mhm.
I think Disney Plus now actually has live channels as well.
They do. They do. Which I do enjoy the mindlessness of, like, putting on a channel on Pluto and just knowing that it's going to, and I guess autoplay is the same
Yeah.
thing and I'm just lazy, but just knowing that it's going to air the same show and I don't have to
Mhm.
think about anything different. Step it on my keyboard again. Chase, you freaking menace, dude. You're a Chase is gonna shoot the next CEO, I swear. Elon Musk, my cat, is coming for you. No, he's not. Please don't arrest my cat, government, please.
I don't know. You've seen what they've done to a squirrel.
I know.
There needs to be some regulations put in place,
Mhm.
especially like AI companies.
Oh, yeah.
AI companies are literally begging to be regulated right now.
Yeah. Like, please give us rules to follow, which is crazy,
Yeah,
but
because like they don't know how much it can advance right now. It's very
mhm.
uncertain. Yeah,
Like, please don't let us get arrested.
and yet we just voted for someone that wants to deregulate things.
He doesn't understand what AI. I don't.
No.
I'm convinced Donald Trump is one of those old men who do not know how to use a remote control. We have nothing to fear.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Let's get into some more fun stuff.
let's do this. This is okay. So, okay. Wait, actually, I had to take a picture of the outline because my cat
Yeah.
is gonna destroy it. He's a menace to society. Okay.
So Paul V. Tyson.
Paul B. Tyson,
Yep.
disappointment all
Yep.
around. I was so angry.
Yep.
Um,
Ran poorly.
we oh my god,
There's
ran so
only
bad.
like one little bit that ran perfectly fine, and it was in the locker room with Tyson as he turned around and showed his bare
Saw
booty.
his big ol' ass. It is flat and it is square.
Yeah, he don't got the Hank Hill.
He is shaped like he's shaped like my dad too, which is like a little jar because
Yeah.
my dad was one of those dads walked around in his underwear, sometimes had his bare ass out. Never the front, just his bare
Yeah.
ass. And I was like, "Oh my god, if I have to see one more 70-year-old man's
Gosh.
butt, I'm gonna freak out."
Yeah. Like the actual match
Um,
itself, I'm not really surprised at the results because
I'm God, I
Tyson's
got so caught
old,
up in the hype. I know.
but like,
I got so caught in the hype. I was so excited. I wanted to see
yeah,
somebody die,
like he
dude. I
had a
was
spark at the very
pumped.
beginning. Like maybe he
Yeah.
could do this, but after that first round, it just went downhill for him real
He was
fast.
immediately toast.
Yeah. But I do wonder like how much he was paid to lose.
Mhm. Yeah. And how much he kinda did it as, like,
Yeah. Cuz
a
like
courtesy to Jake Paul.
he kept biting his glove like the entire match.
Yeah.
Like really trying not to punch. It felt like.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he absolutely could have fucked Jake Paul up,
Oh
but
yeah.
excuse me. Um,
Yeah.
and I kind of knew so my boyfriend is into boxing,
Mhm.
so we watched all 4 matches, watched the whole
Yeah.
card, And when I saw that Katie Taylor
Oh
won
my
against
gosh.
Amanda Serrano,
That
I was
one.
so angry. I was
Oh.
angry, and I knew from then on I was not gonna enjoy the rest of
Mhm.
my night.
Yeah.
I was so upset.
Yeah.
Like, beyond, probably the most upset I have ever been.
Yeah.
And, I knew it was all fixed. Well, I mean, it's always all fixed.
Yeah.
Always all fixed. But I was just like, "Oh my god, this is not going to be an enjoyable."
Yeah. Because I personally think that Jake Paul's trying to turn boxing into WWE.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's all a show.
Yeah. The outrageous personalities,
Yep.
stage theatrics.
Mhm. But at the same time, kind of respect for Jake Paul for taking on Mike
Oh.
Tyson. He was respectful towards him, especially at the end.
Mhm.
His brother wasn't, but
Yeah.
I'm not surprised by that.
Not even a little disappointed.
No.
It's just I think we need to let the Paul brothers just kinda let them go.
Yeah.
Stop giving them relevance.
Yeah.
But apparently, Netflix is supposed to be airing the Super Bowl.
No.
No, that's not happening anymore?
They're airing 2 Christmas Day games. One of them is the Chiefs,
I'm banging my head against
which
the
those
table.
games are gonna be so unbearable to watch if they don't fix their issue.
Yeah.
There are
Oh,
gonna be a
man.
lot of upset people around here, trust me,
Ugh, the whole state of Kansas boycotts Netflix.
and Missouri.
Oh my god, I keep forgetting that Kansas, Missouri. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah. I
I
mean, the
don't know
stadium is, like,
geography.
what, like 5 miles into the Missouri border? Like, it's not
Yeah,
far across the border at all. Like, Kansas City is in both states. Like, there is Kansas City, Kansas, and Kansas City, Missouri.
yeah.
Kansas side is better, but
Probably. Missouri is kinda
Missouri is a dump. Have you seen St. Louis?
I have been to say I St. Louis was fun. City Museum's fun.
Mhm.
Um, no, it reminds me of Springfield.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Springfield.
Mhm. Yeah, like, it's that, there's the Arch, and there's, like,
Yeah,
the
it's good.
Cardinals. Like, if you're into baseball,
Yeah,
that's cool,
yeah.
but there ain't much else. But at least it's not East St. Louis,
Oh, true.
'cause
East St. Louis is
that's St.
not.
Louis, but with Illinois.
Yeah. It's not good.
Yeah.
It was so funny because the one time, well, we went to St. Louis with Jake's family,
Mhm.
and weed is legal in Illinois, illegal in St. Louis. Somebody,
That's not
what?
weed is legal in Missouri.
No, it's not. We
Yes, it is.
sister had to cross state lines to get weed.
Weed is very legal in Missouri.
At least in 2021, it was not.
Okay, maybe. I'm
Yeah,
looking this up.
yeah. Look it up. Fact checked me, but
Okay, 2022 was when it was legalized.
okay. We were there before 22.
So the first license sale took place in February 3rd, 2023.
Oh, we were there Thanksgiving 22. It had passed but was not
Yes.
enacted yet. There we
Okay.
go.
Okay.
Yep, there we go. Yep.
It's still illegal in Kansas.
Rip Kansas. Y'all
Yeah.
can't get high. That would suck. I'm joking. I don't get high.
Yeah.
I get high on the spirit.
Preach.
Preach. Sorry, I had a weird bug bite going on my leg, but we good. Um, but yeah, I feel like boxing has a little bit more integrity than WWE.
Yeah. For now.
Not anymore for now. We'll see how long that lasts,
Yeah.
but
Because like
um,
this also wasn't the first time boxing was in the news this year. Because there's that whole thing at the
yeah,
Olympics.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Hmm.
which was a crock of bull crap.
Yep.
But anyway,
Yeah.
maybe boxing is making a comeback.
I think so. I do think that what Jake Paul is doing with boxing is helping the sport
Mm-hmm.
because like after like the legends like Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson and stuff, like they retired and everything. After that, boxing really wasn't nearly as popular. And like
Yeah.
after the Rocky movies ended and everything.
Yeah,
But
kind of
like I
just
do
fell off for
think
sure.
now we've got like the Creed movies, which is helping some.
Mhm.
And then Jake Paul, like I think he's able to bring it into the modern age because boxing beforehand was pay-per-view. Like that
Yeah.
was the only way to watch it.
Is WWE still pay-per-view?
Um, I don't think so.
Okay. I feel like I hear my coworkers talking about it sometimes, but I never really listen to their
Yeah.
conversation, so I don't
But
really
like
know. But
boxing is very much in the pay-per-view
hmm
category, I would say. But I think it's
yeah,
especially this was like a good chance for them to show that the sport is still interesting.
yeah,
The sport is
still
still fun.
exciting.
It's very
Yeah,
exciting. It's a little gruesome sometimes, but
that's when it's the most exciting.
yeah. Americans love their violence, you know.
Hell yeah.
But it was very dated because like not many people are gonna go out of their way to pay for to watch a boxing event and stuff.
hmm
Because like most people, you just get like your channels on like your TV provider or something, but then you'd have to pay extra for boxing. And, like
Yeah,
if you're not already like super invested in the sport, you're not gonna you're not gonna go out and buy it.
yeah, it's incentivized. Yeah, you're not.
Hmm.
Mm. The thing is, when things go mainstream, they end up losing quality.
Hmm. It's like that's the good thing that I think Jake Paul is helping with. On the other
Yeah.
hand, is I think he's trying to make the sport more interesting in his opinion,
hmm
but I don't think it needs to be more interesting.
No.
Like it's just two people beating each other up with their fists.
Yeah.
That's all it
Yeah.
needs. Doesn't need any
All it needs.
fancy
No costume.
things or
Yes,
anything.
costume. Yes, fancy fun shorts.
Yes. Those are
No
fun.
costumes. Those are fun. I do
Mhm.
like the shorts.
Yeah.
Um, especially the one guy like LT Gray, and he had
Yeah.
all his stuff on. That was awesome. But um,
Like, I don't
yeah, I
think we
miss like
need, like,
yeah.
the
No,
characterization and everything that WWE
no.
has.
We don't need the sheriff to
No.
come to town. No, thank you.
Mm-mm.
We want the box. That's
Yep.
what I like about boxing too. And it's
Mhm.
so gritty and it's just kids coming up from nothing
Yeah.
most of the time.
Yeah.
And you really that's where like in my opinion, most of the real sports legends come from boxing.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's my thought.
Like, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, like,
Mhm.
they're some of the greatest athletes of all time.
Yeah,
And then,
I agree.
in contrast, you have, like, MMA stuff now.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing.
Which I think is kind of competing with boxing and stuff.
Mhm.
I do think MMA was beating out boxing.
Yeah, I was going to
Like,
say
it
I
was
was,
way more
going to
popular.
say that. It has more not appealing qualities,
Mhm.
but I think, like, anything that is of Eastern origin,
Yeah,
anything that's inherently Asian is I don't know,
yeah,
Americans love Asian everything.
yeah. But it also has more variety in the sport.
Yeah.
Boxing is just raw strength.
You're just punching.
Yeah,
If you can't punch, you can't box.
yeah.
But if you can kick, oh boy, do we got a
Because
sport for you.
MMA, there's way more injuries in.
Yeah.
Like, I just saw one where some gal, like, just straight up, like, almost killed their
Oh,
opponent. Like, just
oh man.
instant knockout. Like
That is just crazy.
they had to bring the
That's
stretcher in,
oh my god.
and, like, that's modern gladiators.
Yeah.
Speaking of gladiators,
Oh
Wicked.
no. I'm going to be so real. I have not seen Wicked yet.
Yeah,
But I'm going on Sunday and I'm excited.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's like, initially, when I first saw some of the trailers, I was
Yeah.
like, "An adaptation of a musical? I don't know about that. It's a
Yeah.
part 1 as well. I don't know about that." But
I do love musicals.
I gave it a fair chance, and it's really good.
Yeah.
I
So
want more. I can't wait for
yeah.
part 2 next
Ah,
year.
oh my god. We love to hear it.
Yep. However, I am
However,
concerned that studios might see it and try to adapt more musicals.
no, we need more musical adaptations.
Do
I'm like the
you
exact opposite. I love musicals. I
do you
love them.
really want a Hamilton movie?
Yes. I want Hamilton. I want Hello Dolly. We need a Hello Dolly reboot. We
Yeah.
need a Don Quixote reboot. We don't need movie adaptations of modern musicals. We need the ones from like 1990 back.
Yes.
We need a new Phantom. We need
Raisin of the
a new
Sun.
Sound of Music. Ooh, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. We need a new Brigadoon.
Yeah. Which Raisin of the Sun isn't necessarily a musical,
Yeah,
but still, it's a Broadway production.
we need a stage adaptation of Has Been Hotel. Um, trying to think. So my
Here
boyfriend
we
is not
go.
into musicals. Here we go.
Shrek the Musical, the movie.
Boom, boom. All done. We can go home. We're done. My so the only two musicals my boyfriend cares about is Phantom
Mhm.
and Wicked.
Yeah.
Um, and he is so so particular about Wicked. Like whenever he listens to it, it has to be Kristen and Idina, whatever the friggin' name is.
Yeah.
Idina Menzel. There we go.
Mhm.
It has to be them. He
Yeah.
will not listen to anything else. He will not enjoy anything else. Um, a couple of years ago, he just I didn't know the story until a couple weeks ago. He I I knew that so he went on a work trip to like Springfield, New Jersey,
Mhm.
which is in driving distance of New York.
Yeah.
Man drives himself to Broadway, gets tickets for Wicked and Phantom. The company card covers it. um, he gets as close to the front as he freaking can. Insane. And he sees Phantom. He sees Wicked. At Wicked, instantly, these two like young girls start singing. He turns around and tells them to shut up. And, like, the first, like, 20 minutes, you could still hear them, like, bitching about him, and then their mom was like, "Stop it." Like,
Yeah.
she told them to shut up.
Like, it's not a movie theater sing along.
Yeah.
No,
No.
it's a performance and you're watching it.
Yeah.
Shut up.
So, based on that, if that happens in the theater, I know he's gonna be
Yeah.
pissed, but
Um,
he's also just so particular about I think he can well, when we first saw the trailer, he was bitching
mhm.
that the battle cry in Defying Gravity wasn't exactly the same. I'm like, "Bro, that's the point. It's
Yeah.
not supposed to be exactly
Yeah,
the same."
like, it is a movie adaptation of Wicked,
Yeah, yeah.
so it has a lot more movie elements in it, but
Mhm.
it works really well
And he also is like, "I don't understand how there's a part 2." Like,
because it ends
he
after
doesn't
Defying
get it.
Gravity.
Ye
That's where the
Oh, I
intermission
did
is.
not
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I have not seen Wicked ever.
yeah.
I have heard the soundtrack maybe a couple
Mhm.
times. Um, I've never seen it. I have no idea what happens.
Yeah, I've never seen the actual musical, but
Yeah,
I know a lot of stuff that happens in it.
yeah. Like the other night, I was talking to him about how the part where in Popular where Ariana Grande is like, "Do they have brains or not?" Like that just tickles my brain.
Mhm.
And then she like slams the table and she's like, "Right!" Like I love that. That just
Yeah,
like tickles my brain. And he was like, "How do you know that much about Wicked?" And I was like, "Oh, TikTok." And he like
yeah.
grumbles, is all pissy about it. Um, but I think I think so far that's his only complaint about Cynthia
Mhm.
is that she doesn't do the battle cry the same.
Yeah. I think she did
He
great,
he
honestly.
is so angry that Ariana Grande is Galinda. Like
She did amazing too.
he is so angry about that. And I'm like, dude, let it go for like
She does
2 like
such
you're
a
not
good job in the role.
yeah. And I'm like, bro, let it go for like 2 hours.
Like, she is no
Lola.
longer like the Ariana Grande that was on Victorious.
Yeah.
Like, she's
I'm like,
definitely
that's what I
proof
was
that,
saying.
like,
Yeah.
she can sing.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
And then, like I've seen some of like I think Amanda Seyfried auditioned.
Mhm.
Um Taylor Swift said she would have auditioned.
I mean, she was a little busy with tour.
Yeah, she didn't have the tour, yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like he would have hated that more.
Oh, yeah. That would
Oh
have
yeah, that
been
would have not.
mm,
Like I think visually and like I guess I can see the potential with Ariana Grande and I'm excited
mhm.
to see it.
Yeah, I think
He's just pissy and angry. That's not exactly how he wanted it, but
'cause I think they were kind of going for someone that can really sing that role,
mhm.
like, a lot of higher notes and stuff like that, and also
Yeah.
really embody the character, because you get a lot more time with the characters in this, because it's, like, 2 and a
Yeah.
half hours long.
Oh my god, that's so
Yeah,
crazy.
which
Look,
is
it's
longer
just
than the actual
crazy.
musical,
Yeah.
but you get so much more time with the characters, it goes so much more in depth on a lot of things.
Mhm.
It's
Are
ah,
there any original songs that aren't in the musical, or is it all the music? You probably don't know
I don't
if you haven't seen it.
I don't know, I think it was mainly songs that were in the original
Okay,
Wicked, but there could have been something new, I don't
maybe.
know. I'm not the person to ask,
Right.
but
I'll ask my neurodivergent boyfriend when he sees it if he but I'm excited to see it. I think it'll
mhm.
be great.
Yeah, it's really good. And that's coming from someone that doesn't really enjoy a lot of musical movies.
Yeah. I love me a good musical. I go crazy for musicals. It's embarrassing, but I do. Like, it just makes me so I've seen Hello Dolly, like, 14 times.
Yeah.
It's just who I am.
Mhm.
I am Dolly Levi. Sorry about it.
You know what would
Right.
make for a really good movie adaptation of a musical?
Hmm.
Jesus Christ Superstar.
I'd be saying that. I've been saying that. Oh my god, that'd be so good.
That'd be
So
so much
good.
fun.
So much fun.
Yeah.
We need a new little shop, I think.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah, but
Yeah, because like, I feel like a lot of musicals on Broadway right now are
uh-huh.
adaptations of pre-existing things as well.
Yeah.
Because like, right now
A
there's,
lot of
like, The Outsiders. That's a
yeah.
musical that's on Broadway right now. Um, I think SpongeBob is probably still on Broadway.
Mhm.
The Lion King is historically been on Broadway for a long time. Um,
Mhm.
I'm sure there's probably more that I don't know off the top of my head because there's a lot.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to use something on my computer,
Oh,
but and I think Mean Girls is still on Broadway.
yeah.
Um, there's a lot of original new musicals
Mhm.
off Broadway,
Yeah.
and I wonder where people keep getting ideas, but
I don't know. I feel like there's probably gonna be a lot more of these next 4 years considering how
yeah.
left-leaning a lot of theater things are.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of
Which is
inspiration.
oh, yeah. A lot of Rent-inspired things going
Yep,
on,
yep.
but
Because there's a
oh
lot
god.
of pretty good musicals that came out during the first term.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Creativity is inspired by struggle.
Creativity, that's quite true.
Yep.
Um, speaking of
Music.
music and musicals, Spotify Wrapped and/or Apple Music Wrapped or Replay, wherever the frick it's
Yeah.
called.
Even YouTube's got it now,
Yeah.
but
Mine was not surprising at all, considering all I listen to is Ghost. Um, what kind of made me upset though is that like my artist, so my second most listened to was that this is embarrassing, the Has Been Hotel soundtrack. But instead of just having the artist be the soundtrack, the artist is every single performer. Like they break out every single performer. So my top artist is Ghost. 2 through 8 are some of the performers on Has Been Hotel. And like 8 is ABBA, 9 was Chapel Roan, 10 was Father John Misty. So um like the top 50 songs, only 2
Mhm.
of them are not Ghost or Has Been Hotel. And don't put the balloons on me. This is not an accomplishment. Um, the first song was the season 3 opener for Haikyuu. And the second was Little Tune by Gus Dapperton, which I do love that
Yeah.
song, but um yeah, it was just
Mhm.
I was expecting I knew it. I knew it. I knew what it was going in.
Yeah.
Um there are 2 different versions of Mariana Cross in my top 5. Same song, 2 different versions. Um And the live album that came out in July is my top album. So, I'm not bragging, like, this is embarrassing. Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's me.
Mine is cursed.
Okay. Okay,
So,
pop off.
my music taste is different.
I think we're kinda similar, though.
I listen to a lot of indie music as well as,
Yeah,
like, I enjoy listening to, like, video game music and stuff like that, like, movie music, especially, like, when I'm working or stuff.
real.
Yeah, 'cause it can help me concentrate and everything, whatever. So, Spotify says my top artist is someone that uploads music from Pokemon.
Holy crap.
Specifically, like, I listen to the stuff from Pokemon Black and White, which was the best gen, and it's the generation I grew up with, but
Yeah.
not a single song in, like, my top 20.
That is cursed. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
My actual personal top artist is the guy that made a lot of music for Cyberpunk 2077.
Real. Real.
Top song, Phantom Liberty. So good. So good.
Real.
Um,
It's
my
good.
my 3rd top artist, Ophelia Wilde. She makes, like, a lot of classical music and stuff, which I play, like, right when I'm going to sleep and everything.
Nice.
And then my 4th, which is, like, the first real artist in my opinion, is Kiltro, Kiltro. So they are Chilean American, and they make some really
Okay.
good music, honestly.
Pop
Like,
off.
I would
Oh.
suggest them because, like, it's I don't even know how to describe the music, like, it's a little jazzy, it's got a little bit of a flair to it, like,
Mhm.
it's real good.
Nice.
And then number 5 was Daniel Pemberton, who made Spider-Verse music, I believe.
Real.
And then I had 117,000 minutes, which is a
It's a
lot.
lot of minutes. That's
That's
a
a f
lot of minutes.
that's a fifth of the year, just listening to music.
Oh, I think I clocked
Yeah,
in at, like, 33,000, and that's the most I've ever had.
yeah. Like, I see all the people posting their Spotify Wrapped online, and they've got, like, 50,000. It's like, "Oh, I listened to so much music this year." I'm over here just like, pathetic.
Pathetic. Get on my level.
Yeah, and then my other top songs, I had "Invisible" by Duran Duran. That
Nice.
was number 5. Number 4
Nice.
was a Kiltro song, "Mi Capitan."
Ooh.
Yep. Um, Number 3 and number 2 are both by different indie artists. So, yeah.
Nice.
And then Spotify also did some other things with Wrapped this year. So,
Apple Music did not. We were just chilling.
this was the most lackluster year of Spotify Wrapped ever.
Yeah. Yeah. Sucked.
Yeah, because in the past,
Sorry.
they've given, like, your music personality type, and your music matches with this random town in Arizona, and, none of that this year. They had your music evolution through the year, which was bullcrap.
Bull crap.
Like, let me pull up what mine was if I can. No, let me see here. Alright, we got March.
Okay.
What are they gonna give me? Cyberpunk Shonen. Cyberpunk Shonen soundtrack. It's like
Okay, pop off.
during that time I was playing through Phantom Liberty and stuff. So April, they gave me romantic soft piano classical. And it's because I like to listen to classical music when I'm falling asleep. And it was before
Okay.
I found out about the sleep timer function on Spotify. So it was just playing all night long.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I might have messed up, but
Might have skewed the count a little
it might
bit.
be a little skewed. And then it gave me one other one, I think. September. What did I have in September? I think yeah. Atmospheric Tavern Medieval.
Okay, Tiefling, I see you.
I know I'm playing through Baldur's Gate 3 again, but like come on. Like
Come
come
on.
on.
Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, you can't beat some good medieval music though, right? Like
Mm-mm. It bops. It does bop.
yeah. And then they also had a Wrapped AI podcast.
Bro, come on. It was a real podcast. Did you get artist videos?
Yes, I did get some.
Okay. Okay.
So
I'm just curious.
my first one was the guy that made cyberpunk music. Super cool.
Nice. Nice.
Which the AI podcast tried to pronounce his name. It's Polish, so I kind of struggled. And then I had Unlike Pluto,
Okay.
another indie music, and then Cersina, who is probably one of my all-time favorite music artists. She makes some really good music. And then Aviva, I listened to her a little bit.
Okay.
Neoni, I don't listen to you much, but you're here.
You're here.
And then Derivacat, I think I've listened to like maybe one of your songs, I guess. I don't know. But yeah,
Nice.
I listen to a lot of indie music and I like listening to new music all the time. So I'm
Yeah.
not someone that puts things on loop very often. I had like over 5,000 different artists this year.
I had like I think 700 and that was a big that was a lot for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look now as I have Ghost open for my drive home.
So
I
what?
don't listen to anything. It's alarming.
Yeah. How
I
many
have
different
been listening to a
songs?
lot of Sabrina Carpenter.
Nice.
A lot of Sabrina.
Yeah,
A lot of Sabrina.
5,313 artists this year from me.
I got 713 artists.
Oh, and the Pokemon stuff, I think it was only because I listened to it for like a week straight.
Real. This is pathetic. So Apple Music does top artists monthly. It is all Ghost except for Has Been Hotel. This is pathetic.
I'm a top 0.05% fan for my top artist. 3,942 minutes.
Oh my god.
Where's the total like number of
Let me
songs
see.
though?
My total was like under 2,000, I think, like 2012, something
Yeah.
like that.
Maybe it was at the start. I wish I could play this in times 2 speed. It's so slow. I have to watch through the whole animations and everything. I don't care. Hello. Go away. Go faster.
This part is gonna make me angry. The top genre is going to say metal. It's going to say metal. The
Yeah.
only metal artist I listen to is folk.
Yeah. It didn't even tell us,
That
like
makes me a little angry.
Spotify didn't even tell us our top genres this year.
Really?
Yeah, because it was the music evolution thing.
Oh yeah.
Top
Trying to
1% of
see.
listeners worldwide.
It compared. Oh, so I did like a 2023 and 24
Mhm.
comparison, but not for total amount,
Mhm.
like total time. But
I
I think
played
last year I clocked in at like 9,000 minutes, maybe.
yeah. I played 10,356 songs this year.
What the fuck? That's great. Mine was like 2,000.
My top song, Phantom
Yeah.
Liberty, I was in the top 0.005%.
But Apple Music doesn't tell you that. It
Yeah,
doesn't tell you like what
I
top
like
percent
that.
you're in.
I like knowing
Yeah,
that
I missed
percent.
that.
It makes me
I
feel
wish I had
special.
that. I wish I had the artist videos.
Yeah.
I wish I had like they made silly little funny day lists,
Mhm.
but it's okay.
Yeah. And then, like, it gives you, like, the top 100 songs of the year. Um, some of them I agree with, some of them I'm like, the only reason it's on here is because Spotify kept trying to force it down my ears. But
Sorry, I'm having a perplexed moment.
I did have some actual, like, mainstream artist songs in my
Yeah,
top 100 as well. Like, Duran Duran is also, like, an actual artist. Um,
yeah.
so that's in my top 5. And then major artist, Metro Boomin, 'cause he did some songs with, like, Spider-Verse and
Oh yeah,
everything. Yeah. Radiohead, I had Everything in
real.
Its Right Place. It's just such a good song.
Such a good song.
Mhm. And then Nirvana, I like Nirvana.
Nirvana's good.
Yep. But, like, there's so many different artists and songs in my top 100. It's insane.
Mine
Like,
are like,
I've got Pearl Jam in here,
yeah.
as well as JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Mine's a lot of ABBA, a lot of Chapel.
Mhm.
Me and Magdalena by the Monkees, which is the only Monkey song I still
Yeah.
listen to.
Yeah.
Um,
I've also got
Father
Valorant.
John Misty. Yeah.
Like, Valorant is in mine, which
I've been waiting for you by ABBA just made it.
mhm,
I love this song
yeah.
so much.
Which, to be fair, Valorant did partner with actual artists and stuff.
Yeah.
There's, Ticking Away that's got Baby No Money in it. Love him. He's so
Love it.
funny. But yeah, my listening is cursed.
Real. I listened to Juno. Actually, I think I can look it up here. Give me a hot minute.
Mhm.
So let's go to songs, plays. I have listened to Juno by Sabrina Carpenter 29 times since Thanksgiving. It is number 57 on my list.
Nice. Yeah, I don't
Some of these are it's crazy to know how many times I've
yeah,
listened to a song.
like, I don't often listen to a lot of mainstream artists, but, like, I
Yeah.
still will hear their work, and I'll enjoy it. It's like, I've
Mhm.
heard a lot of, like, Chappell Roan and Sabrina Carpenter stuff, and, like, it's really
Yeah.
good.
It says I've listened to "Losing My Religion" by REM one time. That is a lie. That song is always bumping my speakers. I love that song so much.
Yeah. Yeah, I am curious what, like, the actual numbers were as well,
Yeah.
because I don't think it's entirely accurate.
Yeah. I wonder if there's something on, like, Spotify, like the client you download onto your computer that tells you exact numbers.
I don't know. I saw someone on TikTok
'Cause
make a bot that actually tracked everything that they listened to.
dude, just get that bot.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
well, any other favorite raps you wanna mention?
the McDonald's snack wrap is coming back.
Boom, that's a good rap.
Yeah.
Mm, I wanna see if this will work. This book, Intermezzo by Sally Rooney,
Mhm.
my favorite book of 2024, and I just
Nice.
finished it.
Nice.
Very good. Second book I've read by Sally Rooney. Highly recommend. I will take any opportunity to talk about this book that I can.
Nice.
And now I'll be entering my era where I will be reading various Christmas smut. Don't ask any questions. Let me do my thing. I'm reading them for the plot. Wink, wink. The plot. The plot. Anyway.
The plot.
I feel like Christmas is honestly my favorite time to read
Mhm.
because it's an excuse to read crappy paperback romance novels. And like, I like them. They make me happy. They're
Yeah.
silly. They make me happy.
Yeah.
I have a couple other more serious Christmas books. Like, I don't know. I also kind of like steal book ideas from Book of the Month without actually
Mm.
subscribing to Book of the Month, which is a real thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah.
Well, season one, it's come to an end.
Yeah. This is
We did it.
episode 25, finale of season 1.
Wow, 25.
Yeah. Will we come back in 2025 for another 25 episodes for season 2?
At some point, maybe.
Who knows? We'll
Who
see.
knows?
Hopefully. Perhaps, if time
um,
works.
unless
Unless we
if
die.
time works. Unless someone shoots us pretending we're a CEO. Excuse me. I'm the CEO of Hiccup Be Dumb Podcast, so
Yeah.
with that being said, my name is Kaylee,
My name's Logan.
and we don't know what we're doing. Thank you so much for listening to season one, and we will
Yeah.
catch y'all on the flip side for season two at some point.
Eventually, maybe, hopefully, we'll
We
see.
haven't thought that far ahead yet.
Nope.
We don't know what we're doing.
We have no plans.
We are free balling and free bleeding.
Maybe we'll just upload
Anyway,
25 episodes at once in December next year.
mass drop. That would be chaotic, but
Yeah.
fitting for us, if I'm
Yeah.
being honest.
I don't know what we're gonna
I don't
do,
know.
but we're gonna do
Something.
something.
We're gonna do something.
Yep.
All right, y'all. Live. It's Saturday night. I'm lying. Good night, everybody. Thank you for listening to season 1 of We Don't Know What You're Doing.
Yep.
Bezos.
Goodbye.
Have a good night.